Done. Done. Okay, covered over everything. It went from a will it run to a revival to a restification. And I'm glad I went over the whole thing, because it still looks like we're going to be having a storm. And that's fine, right? Ready to go. Got the plow ready to go. I'm ready, finally, right? This is the new, it's mine, right? Just in love with this thing. I don't want to move it off the table because I just want to look at it. If I'm going to try to move some of this snow, I don't know if this equipment will handle it. I really wish I had the snow thrower on the tractor. That's how bad it is. Wait till you see. It's a whiteout. All right, let's just see what, at least if I can cut a path, push some of it out of the way. Tractor won't push it, right? I need that snow thrower. All right, we're going to try the snowblower next. Unbelievable. Hard to control. Very, very hard to control. All right, I'm going to do a little bit more. That's just insane. Did you see that? That's insane. Alright, I got work to do.
Later.
Alright, so I do have a common problem. This gets floppy, right? It won't hold its position, which can be kind of important, especially when you're coming real close to the neighbor's property, because he freaks out, yells and screams. I have words I can't say on YouTube. So I took one of the bolts out. Let me show you what I'm going to do. Somebody might have done this before. This fell out. I'm just going to grab some rubber, which I just found some laying around, some scrap pieces I like to keep. I'm going to sandwich that in between, and let's see how it works out. Alright, don't forget you'll need some kind of a jam nut on the end, but it's nice. Right? Yeah, you got to put some effort in it, but I just left that all full length so that this way, maximum, friction. It's perfect, nice and smooth, and it'll stay where it is. So this thing's doing really good. I have some complaints with it. Did we lose a chain? I think this chain got bent. What's going on with this chain? Something not right. A couple of complaints. This side, right? The locking mechanism down there, the pawls, right? When I go in reverse, it will chatter. So we got to look at that. It's mostly in reverse. And this is just no good. The first gear is not working out for me. You're standing here where I am, and first gear kind of engages when the auger is not running, which is odd. Second gear is too fast. Third gear is useless. It's like, that's for like when you're moving the machine someplace. And the handle, I have to get up on this machine and to try to work the handle. It's too low. So what we need to do is we need to bend something that brings the handle up more. We need first gear because it's too fast in second gear. And there's no clutching like on the handles here. So I can't feather it. I can't sneak up on something. It's dangerous. And I can't spend most of my time back here. Now, you could literally throw it in second gear and hit the biggest snow. And it just keeps trucking, right? It won't stop. The motor will not lose RPM. Look at this. Look at this. It just stopped snowing. It's almost 5 o'clock, right? It's an absolute mess. All right, look at the size of that. It's almost up to that table over there. Everything is buried. So we'll come out tomorrow and deal with it. The plow won't push through this. It can't get the traction to do it. So, all right, tomorrow's another day. Snow Wonderland.
8:01 p.m.
What are you doing, Arch? Well, I was complaining about the handle, and so I went and dug out some 3/8 threaded rod. And so this is threaded. And this coupling here, I was looking around for one. I found this one. It was 3/8 on one side, and I think it was, I don't know, it was something really small on the other end. So it was either used as a standoff or an adapter. I drilled it out, tapped it. And then I also put the die on this and drove some more threads back. That way I could put this nut on, drive the nut further back, and get half purchase on either side. Tighten it up. And what we're going to do now, that should maintain its position. I'm going to put a little mark here with my paint marker. And I'm going to bend it at a right angle and see how it lays, okay? Obviously, we can't test this over here. It doesn't go all the way down. But the idea is, I think if it's at a right angle, right, we don't have to make, we'll figure out how high I want to make it. But I want it to stick up so I can, because I'm leaning over this thing trying to use it because I got to reach it here. So if it came up at a right angle, right, it's going to be weird, but it would be over here. right? And that's a lot easier to grab than down there. Now, if it holds up for me, great. It's going to need a good right angle, maybe more. Maybe we want to bring it to, I don't know, something steeper, right? Steeper than 90, right? What would happen? Well, it would be on reverse. Even if it came all the way up and looped this way, it wouldn't matter, because in reverse, you kind of, what you're doing is you're leaning down on the machine. You're pulling, sort of pulling back on this, right? And you're leaning down on the machine to try to get traction. So, and you're not really spending that much time. And of course, as soon as you let go, this is sprung loaded, so it comes out of reverse and goes into neutral. So let's put a right angle on it, a little bit more than a right angle, and see what it does. I figured I'd make 2 of them, and I'd start off with a little short one just to see how it locks in. It locks in good, and it moves fine. Now this is full speed, and it's idle. So when you come up, it's no problem. Down here, no problem, right? And then down here, this first gear. And like I said, there's no control, there's no hand controls here. So this is your only neutral. So if you want to come close to something and just kind of lay it in and get a little bit closer, you're going to be standing over it like this. And that gets tiring on your back, especially for somebody with a bad back. Now, I think if we bring it up another couple of inches, maybe make it level with at least this, and then when I come all the way back, right, that's your reverse. She's still not really engaging right. I also think that this spring isn't strong enough. You're pretty close to where you want to be. Let's give it a test and I'll give you a closer look. So I put a steeper bend here. I shortened this up a little bit, nice and tight. Came up another 4 inches from where I was. It could probably come up to 5, but we don't want it to get, there's no real force on any of this, right? There's your neutral. So, and there's my reverse, right? So if I want to throw that down all the way, full power. So I'm leaning on the machine, and instead of, I'm just kind of in a nice position, right? I can lean on this. It seems pretty strong. You're just pulling it back until you're getting that reverse. There's my neutral. So I come over to the machine, I'm in neutral, and then I can drop it down. And I think, if it was another inch up, maybe, but here I am, right? I'm standing behind the machine in an appropriate way. This is my natural, I'm almost at the end of my reach, right? So if I choke up a little bit, but you don't want to do that. You want to have the leverage of the machine. So here we go. Right? Gotta get used to it. Third, which I can't use because it's so damn fast. That's good for moving the machine or distances. So that's when you're traversing a long area and you need to get the machine to another location. Second is really nice. It's fast. It's a good speed. But I have no first right now, unless the auger is off, which is odd. That's because that lever that I bent is we got to fix that. So far so good. I like this. We'll try it out tomorrow. All right, third gear, second, first, reverse, neutral, reverse, right? So no matter where this is, it doesn't matter. And maybe put a little Loctite on there when I'm happy with it, right? Just a little bit of blue Loctite on everything. It'll help keep it where you want it. All right, next. Oh, cleaned up enough. The front was bad. Waist high, chest high. We still have this to do to get the van out. That's a sea of snow, and to get to the back door. That's tomorrow. End of the day report, I'm shot. Tractor's useless. The tires are not the right tires for it, but these are skid steer tires. In mud and sand, they'd probably be fine. When it's icy like this, they're just, I actually got it stuck in a little ravine over there, the tiny little, needs chains. Even with the big snow thrower on the front, if you can't get traction, you're going to wind up with 1,500 pounds of stuck machine in the middle of where you got to go. This thing was an animal. This thing worked really well, except of all the problems I've been complaining about. I don't have full reverse, so when it gets stuck, I have to pull on it. All day long, 4 or 5 hours of pulling on this thing and trying to control it. It's too much. There's no safety. So that's a problem. We're going to have to fix this thing. We got to deal with the reverse. That should be fairly easy. And first gear, because it's going too fast. It's going headlong and everything. And I can't control it. And the control panel in the front is just, it's not ergonomic. It's crap. But this thing will go through anything. Anything. It is dangerous, aggressive, overbearing, it's too powerful, and I love it. So we're not done with it yet. I'll see you guys in the next one. Dodge's Garage. Like and subscribe. Do what you gotta do.